Hi everyone, this is Elizabeth from the Salem Community Library. For this month's tech topics, I'll be doing a brief video on different email basics, just kind of showing you how to navigate and figure out where to go when you're using your email. Now this is going to be a pretty brief video. It's assuming that you already have signed up for an email account, so I'm not going to go over that process, but that's usually pretty easy. So this is kind of thinking that you already have an email address, but you just don't know exactly how to use it. And I'm going to be using Gmail for this. If you use Yahoo or AOL or a different email provider than Gmail, the advice is still the same. It'll look a little different on Yahoo or AOL, but they still apply no matter which one you use because the basics of email are the same. So let's go into email. So like I said, I'm using Gmail. So let's first go over just what we're looking at right here. So as you can see, there's this, I've already signed in. So there's Gmail, there's a search bar where you can search for email. And then over here is your navigation. So you can see we're in the inbox right now, which is where all the mail that you get will go. So as you can see, there's a new email here, which I haven't read, so it's bold. And all these emails, which I've read already, are kind of grayed out. You can also see different categories. So like there's drafts, which are emails that I've started to write but haven't sent. And then there's also important is trash, which is where if I delete an email, this is where it goes. So if you're trying to find something and you can't find it, checking trash is always a good idea. So now let's go over this section here. So as you can see, all the emails that I've been sent are sorted by date. So the most recent are on top, and you can see the name of the sender, the subject, and sometimes it'll show a little preview and the attachment. So to view an email, we'll just click anywhere on it. And then if you scroll down, you can see the content of the email. So it's pretty easy to see. So you can see the subject, the contact information. And then over here, we have the kind of toolbox, which there's a lot of different options for what you can do with an email once you've opened it. So if you hover over it, it'll show you different things you can do. You can delete it, which is probably what will happen most often. There's different snooze options, and there's also an option to move it to a different folder, which, like I said, I won't have time to cover just because this is more of a beginner video, but that is something you can explore on your own if you're interested. And then also on the side here, if you're looking to print the whole email, you can click the printer and that will open it in a new tab in a format that's printer friendly. And from there you can print it. So then let's go back. And if you wanted to reply to an email, which is what happens most often, you can either click on this reply button here, which will open a box on the bottom, or if we go back to the top, you can scroll all the way to the bottom and there's these two options to either reply or forward, and you can click reply and type your message and then send. So that's the basics of reading and replying to an email. So let's go back to our inbox. And let's go over on how to compose an email. So this is if you want to send an email to someone else. So click compose and it'll pop up with this window here. Now you can either keep it this small window here, or if you want to make it bigger, there's this two arrows. You click on that and it'll make it full screen, which might be easier to see. So first we want to figure out who we're sending the email to. So you can just start typing the email address of the person. And if you've already sent an email to them, it'll pop up and you can just click it, or you'll have to type the whole email out. Oops. If you do that, you can just hit enter, and that'll allow you to enter even another email address if you wanted to. So you can do multiple at a time. And now we want to write a subject, and this is always good to include just so the person knows what they're getting. And then you can type in here, which is the body of the email. So this is just a message. so they know what it is. And then there's also options down here which you can allow you to customize the email more. So there's formatting options which are open here, which you can change the font, the text size if you want it to be bigger, bold, small, you can change all that kind of stuff. There's also the paperclip, which is how you can attach a file. So if you click on that, it'll just open and you can find something on your computer that you want to attach and send to someone, and then it'll attach to the email. And there's all different options down here that are things you can add to your email. So once that's all done, you can hit send, and then it's all sent and you've sent a message. And to find the message that you have sent, you can go to the sent folder here, which will show everything that you've sent to different people. So that is really the basics of using your email. For beginners, that's really all you need to know. There are a lot of different options here, which I might get into on a different video. But for just basic sending and receiving emails, that's all you need to know. I did want to go over just a few things about email safety. These are things you might have heard before, but I always think it's good to go over just in case. And so just like anything you do online, you want to make sure to remember to be safe when you're using your email account. So people are always trying to gain information and take advantage. So when you're using your email, if you see something strange, use your best judgment. You can tell if something's off. So if something doesn't seem right, don't interact with it. Don't click on links that you don't know where they go. It's always better to be safe than sorry. So just a few little tips you want to avoid sending sensitive information. So things like your credit card numbers, your social security numbers, any passwords you have, because then people will be able to take advantage if they have that information. And like I said, try and be alert. So things that are kind of warning signs are urgent requests for money or for information. And then another red flag is if you're not expecting something, or if it's not the way you typically interact with someone, don't open any attachments or don't click on any links. It's okay to open the email, but don't go outside of your email. So don't click on a link that's in the email or click an attachment, because sometimes it can corrupt your computer. So like I said, sometimes people will pretend to be your bank or a company, and they'll ask for information. But if it's not the way that you normally hear from them, like I said, don't respond. And if you're concerned, a great tip is to either use the information you already have for that company. So if it's a bank, use their phone number that you have, or if you don't know, you can Google the company, use the phone number you find on Google and call them and ask about it. That way they know about it and you're using genuine information to contact them. So those are just a few little safety tips. I also wanted to recommend this great website called GCF Learn Free. They have a great series on email. So they're free tutorials you can use, and so they have a great email basics tutorial. And it'll go over some of the things I went over, and also different tips and tricks, which can be helpful and go beyond what I'm able to go over in this class. So that's all I had for today. I just wanted to go over some real basics just so that you can feel more comfortable navigating, knowing how to compose an email and read your emails. Thank you.